Beautiful one. So, Aaron, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time to come talk with us.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. Aaron, why don't we start by you telling us a little bit about yourself?
Uh, my name's Aaron. Um, I was born and raised Fort Worth. Um, really, I started working on cars when I was right when I was 16. When I got my driver's license, I got my first vehicle was a 2004 GMC Sierra. It was handed down to me by my grandfather who passed away, um, and that was the first vehicle I ever worked on. So that's where I started to learn how to work on LS motors, pretty much, just at the driveway at my parents, um, and really just I started going to car meets and stuff and seeing what other people had. And I became interested and just more interested in cars and stuff like that. And that's where I started making friends who had fast vehicles and all kinds of builds, little builds, big builds, all that. And I was just, man, I don't want to be like them. So I just started building my truck little by little. And when I was in high school, driving my truck when I was like 17, it was I was driving to school and back every day, and I had cammed it myself, and I don't know, I feel like I had a really fast truck, but it was just it was just a little 4.8 with a cam, and it was just that's just what got me hooked on building LS motors was just that they were so easy to work with, and I don't know, I could do it from home. I was in high school, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
that
What made you start your YouTube channel?
man, honestly, whenever um I was building this motor for my Sierra, and I didn't want it to go undocumented because I thought it was, I thought I had a lot of money tied up into it. Like it was like a $2,500 motor build, $3,000 ish, and it was just a forged rod and piston setup. And I was like, man, it's gonna be so cool. I might as well just record it. And then I had a buddy, Adrian. We tried to start a channel together too, and it just I don't know. I thought it was fun, and it just kind of blew up fast. So I'm not saying I'm famous, but I mean it just kind of it blew up faster than I thought it would. You know what I mean?
And it's weird. Like, I mean, me and Hayden aren't at the level you're at yet, but it took off so quick for us in Lubbock, and the stuff we've done, like the Shelby
Yeah,
thing, or the fact that Batmobile in the West Lubbock, and the fact we're able to do that from Lubbock is ridiculous. And I would never think we'd be in the position we are now, doing this in Lubbock, of all places. Because when you think of Lubbock,
yeah.
you don't think of nice cars and exotic cars and stuff, you know?
No, I just think that's some kind of town far away.
Right? It's
Little
weird,
town
man.
far.
It's super weird. The car community here in Lubbock is super awesome. I never expected that when I moved here.
There you go.
So awesome. What is your dream car? I know what it is. I know you got it recently, but other people don't.
Yeah. Well, my dream car is and was before I got it CTSV. I've always wanted a V2 CTSV. Ever when I was in, even when I was in high school, it was like I go on YouTube and see 1320, and like CTSVs were like dominating it back then, and I just thought, man, that's cool. So I always wanted one, and I've always wanted that supercharger noise too. I've had turbo builds and stuff in the past, but I've always wanted that luxury fast. Just something I've always chased. So I finally got one, and then that was a big achievement. My fiance, she really helped me set goals to get there. So we bought it in full, and it was awesome. Owning the car, like actually knowing that it's in your name and it's yours. It's nice. You know what I mean? So, but that was yeah, that was my dream car was to get a V2, and not even I didn't want a Lambo. I didn't want anything. I wanted a freaking old Cadillac. That's just I don't know. It's just been my goal to have that car. I love the way it looks, and I love the way it performs.
See, that's how I am with Shelby, man. My dream car since I was a kid, like as far as I can remember, is a '05 to '09 white with navy stripes GT500. Can't be any other color combo. It has to be white with navy stripes. And I used to, Alexis can tell you,
Oh,
I used to have a white Mustang with blue underlighting, and that was Pegasus. So I want to get the Shelby and do Pegasus 2.0, because then it's really, Pegasus. So, yeah, that's my absolute goal car. You can hand me $1 million so you can buy any car, and I would buy 05 to 09 Shelby. So, I feel that, dude. That's awesome.
yeah.
Super cool you got that at such a young age. So,
Yeah.
How old are you, man?
I'm 23.
That is freaking nuts, dude. Good
Yeah.
for you, you bad boy.
Do what?
That's a good for you, you bad boy.
I appreciate it, man.
That's awesome.
I mean, I can't say I haven't worked hard. I've been busting my tail up at the shop and just knocking builds out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it was a cheap. I guess you could say it was a cheap kind of fast just because of how young I am. But I did work my tail off for it. So
it's awesome.
yeah.
So, in case I've mentioned this before, but if I'm looking this way, we have a second screen that shows all of like YouTube stuff. So if I'm looking this way, I can still see you. I'm not blowing you off. I just want you to know that.
Good.
Cool. And on that note,
Yeah, you're good.
My buddy Ben, this is his first one he's joined because he's usually working.
Okay.
What up, Ben?
Is he here?
Yeah, he's watching.
Where's
us
Ben?
right now. Yeah, no, he's watching.
Oh,
Yeah, he's from Clovis.
He's
but
stalking
he's usually, yeah, no, he commented that he's actually able to watch because he usually works. Good for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good for him.
Ben?
Yeah, Ben, you bad boy. So, yeah. Well, that's awesome. So, what are some car companies you like besides your CTS and stuff? Like, if you, like, list top 3 car brands.
Chevrolet, Cadillac.
Yeah, right. GMC, Buick.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I honestly, I like the new Mustang. I like the GT500, and I know even though those 10-speed, just the GT Mustangs, those are pretty quick too. So I think they look nice, but they're a dime a dozen. They're everywhere. You know what I mean? And then, man, I don't know, man. Probably. Well, you told me not to say Cadillac, so I'm not going to say Cadillac. I'd probably say I like the GMC trucks more than the Chevy trucks.
See, we're very opposite, Aaron. I personally, GM is my least favorite brand, but my thing for that is, and I like the CTSV. That's the one, that and the ZR1, or the like 2, passes. But my theory behind that is, you can go spend $10K on a Chevy Spark,
Yeah.
You can spend like $50K on a fully loaded Malibu, and you have the exact same interior, just one is leather.
Oh, I agree.
That's my. I cannot stand that they did that.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about their little, whatever, commuter cars. I don't really care about those, like the smaller cars like that. It's really just about the muscle, the V8 in it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's all about the power for me, just because that's what I know in my head now. You know what I mean? That's what I know how to build. That's what I know how to work on, and I know that a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot of DOD issues and stuff on the V8s, but other than that, they're solid, drive trains. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I'll give them that. I just cannot stand that interior thing. It annoys me. It's like money saving, but I'm like, dude, you're one of the top companies. Why are you cutting corners?
Yeah.
You can get a Chevy Colorado. It's the same interior as those 2 cars. Like, it's like the Corvette and the top line Camaros are the only ones that don't have that.
Man, did you see that dealer upmark on that C8?
Yeah, dude, the 90K.
That was crazy.
I thought that Civics were bad, man, because I drive a SI and the Type R, the like Phoenix yellow one. I've seen them go for like $120,000. But that's still only like a $60,000 or $70,000 mark. It's not a $90,000. No, because that'd be Oh my god, it's stupid.
Yeah.
You seen the new Z?
The new Oh yeah, the Nissan.
They got there's one that's upmarked $75,000.
The new Z. He's saying he saw one that was marked $75,000 above.
Oh, I think it was yellow. I think I saw that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, who would? Oh,
yeah.
Jeez, that's bad. Your fiance asked, what are some builds he does at the shop?
Oh my god. It's just in the comments, huh?
Yeah, that's what this is right here.
Yeah. What are some builds I do at the shop? LS and LT.
I noticed after that question you got really red there, bad boy.
Right now I'm building a 416 stroker LT motor that's going in a Denali truck. Nobody would expect. I've done a couple turbo builds with LSs. And just really, I do a lot of swaps too. I've got an S10 in there right now.
Oh, mention the stroker.
I did mention this. Please come up, stroker. I just did. Oh my god. The stroker, man, the stroker. Oh my god. Building a 416 stroker with some ported heads.
How long does that take to make process start to finish?
Me building the motor on a stand, probably a couple days. I got to be precise with it. You know what I mean?
I see where you get your name now.
What do you mean?
The Jack Stand Bilge on the stand.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, wordplay.
And yeah, but that's funny. Yeah, Jack Stand Bills is just, it's really used to be working with what you got. Like that used to be my main slogan. Like just working with what I had, because I was going to Lincoln Tech, which I was kind of like college poor. You know what I mean? Like didn't have a lot of money, but I wanted to have fun, and I was doing my build in Lincoln while I was in Lincoln Tech, and I was really working with what I had. I was working at a GM dealership, and I would live paycheck to paycheck because I kept one paycheck I'd buy pistons, the next I'd buy rods, the next I'd buy my cam kit, or you know what I mean? Like I was just working with what I had, kind of. But then my truck that I built after my white one was called Pocket Change, which I literally built with Pocket Change because I heard the motor, the one that I built for the white truck. I heard that motor, and then I traded it to a guy that. Well, let's backtrack a little. I bought the single cab for $700. Had a knocking V6 in it. I swapped out. I put like a junkyard 5.3 in it, and threw a cam in it, and then I turboed it. But I traded that motor out of the white truck for the turbo kit and to have it installed by this dude while I went out of town for my 21st birthday. So then I get out there and I don't know, it was fun. It was a fun, cheap truck that was just a piece of junk, you know what I mean? But
that seems like a massive step from the truck to your CTSV now.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it was.
You skipped a few steps there, buddy.
Yeah. See, there was always a vision in mind that I wanted to be, but it was like kind of out of range. But then I just made it happen. We just made it happen, and that was that. And I actually haven't told anybody, but if you've seen my page, you've probably seen my Turbo LS C10 that I've never finished. But I actually just last month sold it.
Oh.
Without finishing it. I sold it. Got rid of it. Gave up. Like,
do you question what if and what if I finish that? And
I don't. But I went to a meet this weekend, and I'd seen the most LS square bodies I've ever seen in a random meet. I was like, almost knocking myself upside the head. But I had the only CTSV there.
See, but that could also be a placebo effect, I feel like whenever somebody or yourself gets a car, you see it everywhere.
That's true. But I don't see any Vs on the road. That's the thing.
You don't.
I rarely see Vs.
I actually, me and Hayden went to the drag strip, what was that, like a month or two ago? Yeah. And this guy had a red one that he did some upgrades to, and I went on the drag strip with him. It was pretty freaking nuts.
It's fast.
It was two-door, though. It was two-door. Yeah, it was super freaking fast.
I got you. Heck yeah.
I like how the four doors.
I got my car. I haven't put them on yet, but that information will be presented whenever I start to put it on and finally upload another YouTube video because it's been so dang long.
It's time consuming. I imagine with you about to get married and the kids and your job, that's probably hard.
I haven't posted in like 6 months. So
yeah. I struggle with balancing life and that. It's hard.
But I am recording the 416 build. I just started recording today. So hopefully that video will do okay. You know, put some. I'd like to at least get something out there to show people I'm still out here hustling, but I just haven't had time to, I don't know, jack around and build silly things and have fun with them. You know what I mean? Like,
Wordplay, jack
really
around.
all. Yeah, that's all it used to be though. Is I throw parts on a truck, go have fun with it, throw a couple more on it, you know. But now I don't really have time. That's
Yeah,
every.
I kind of, yeah, like I said, I kind of struggle with that, but you know, it's really hard to complain when 2 to 3 times a week you're just driving nice cars. You know, it's really
I
hard.
agree.
Yeah, so it's cool though. But cool. So, what are plans for your YouTube in the future?
Plans for my YouTube in the future. Well, step one, start uploading videos again. Like I need to start putting out content because people like it. You know, people like my content, and I feel like I was doing pretty good, but I just stopped. Honestly, plans for my YouTube are to just start getting my name back out there with my CTSV and just because what people want to see on my like basically on like the people that watch the kind of content that I put out. The videos that do the best are the ones that are short and sweet and get straight to the point. Where it's like, all right, let's throw these mods on, let's go race it. Like they don't want to see a long drawn out process of building it and building it and building it and then never finishing it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like that is kind of shade on myself because I never finished my C10, but uh, still, you know, that's just not what people want to see. Because I feel like whenever I had my black truck, my YouTube did way better because I was just going out and I don't know, I was just tearing it up. You know what I mean? And people like to see that. People like to see you what it can do, and you know, going out and having fun with it versus it sitting in your shop and collecting dust and being like, oh, we got this done on it today. You know, so really, I guess my plans for YouTube are to be less talk, more action, and just go out and have more fun and make sure I get you know better clips of it this time because it was. I have a lot of goals for the channel in my mind. I just haven't I haven't implemented any. You know, I haven't started taking steps towards those goals. It's really just been step business. You know,
Yeah.
like I just bought a. I haven't even completely installed it yet, but I just bought a lift this weekend, and I'm still working on getting it installed. But it's like I'm just constantly investing into the business, and don't have time to like come home. And I feel like when I come home, I want to spend time with my family, not sit on the computer and edit. You know what I mean?
No, I get that completely. Yeah.
And then when the kids go to sleep, I want to spend time with my fiance. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be on the computer editing. You know, just and then I wake up the next morning, go right back to wrenching on other people's vehicles. You know what I mean? So it's a constant process. Um, but I mean, I do want to once I record something that I really want to blow up, I'm gonna probably hire an editor and see what can happen. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do want to grow the channel because I mean it's just sitting there at 10,000 subscribers, which I'm guaranteed if I posted now, I probably wouldn't get hardly as many views as I used to get. But those people would see, oh, he's back. You know what I mean?
With a nicer car.
Exactly. And that might draw some hate. That might draw some love. I don't know. You know what I mean? So, but I really want to just post again. That's my main goal is to just start posting again. You know.
How often did you post when you did it regularly?
I'll be honest, I probably post like it was on and off because sometimes I'd post twice a week, sometimes I'd post twice a month. You know, it was just depending on if my truck was running or if I had things to do. You know, I still had a busy life back then too, so it's not nearly as busy as it is now. But I never had a consistent posting schedule. I tried to say I'm going to post one video a week. I tried to say that last year and I fell off after like the third week. Like I just go right back out of the loop. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just got busy. You know, the shop probably got swamped that week or something, and I didn't post, and then I just stayed busy. You know, like It's literally been ever since I've started getting more customers. I've had even less time to think about YouTube.
Hayden and I we're doing it every Sunday, and then we're gonna do every Wednesday, Sunday, and we realized our Wednesday videos weren't doing so good, but we're forcing ourselves to film anytime we can. And then we had a good backup of videos to fall back on, but then we both got sick the same week, couldn't do anything for a week, used up that entire backup, and then after that we're like, dude, we just need to do Sundays because like Wednesdays was totally flopping. They were still really good cars. So then we just stuck to Wednesdays, and then we went through in this interview thing. So our plan now is we're going to do one interview a week and then one car on Sunday, and that's it. When before we were just 100% do Sunday, but we're just throwing random videos in throughout the week.
Yeah, I think I tried to start doing like every Saturday, but it was either Saturday or Sunday. I haven't posted in so long, I can't even remember, but it was going to be like one of the days out of the weekend that I posted every single week. Just so like, all the famous YouTubers, they post on certain days, you know what I mean? So when people go to watch YouTube and to watch those people, they're not just sitting down to watch that video, they're sitting down to watch more. So that's why I wanted to be consistent on my uploading, but I wasn't. So
do you have the YouTube Studio app?
I do.
So like on that, it shows you each week what times are popular, and we've really been like looking at that and researching like Hayden's done all that part on the algorithm and what you got to say in them and captions and stuff, and that's really helped us.
Is that a new update? Is that a new update where they start showing that?
I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea. We've only done this now for 5 months, and we've already had access to it. I don't know before that.
It's been that long since I posted, so it might be a new thing. I mean, I feel like I haven't seen what times are best to post, but it might have been there. I didn't just dig deep enough, but
yeah, I seen in that demographics page. That's where you would find it.
Okay, yeah, but it is frustrating that I don't like. I beat myself up a little bit for not posting on YouTube just because I still get they still pay me every month, and I'm like, damn, like I could really grow that.
Oh,
you know
absolutely,
what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like the money that they give me, I buy gas or food with it, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm not investing it back into anything, and which I probably should. I mean, if I invested a little bit of money that I get out of YouTube a month back into YouTube, maybe it would pay off, But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with the channel. I just know that I want to do things with it, I don't have I really haven't sat and thought about it in a while like this. I've been just go with work,
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. I mean, but you're in a good place where it's not like you're trying to get to the point you're at now. You're at the point where you're already making money from it. So, I mean, if you invest time into that, you only have up to go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, man, we were living in Fort Worth we were living in a cockroach infested apartment, you know what I mean? Whenever I first started like my business, and I was working out of a backyard that was owned by the property was owned by my parents, and they were letting me just use the shop in the backyard. And like that was, I don't know, like that was my business. I worked in a backyard under a tree, so I was technically a shade tree mechanic, if you want to say that, because it was a big, nice shade tree, had a lot of leaves on it. Like I didn't get hot at all, and then I would go home and go to my cockroach infested apartment. You know what I mean? And it was just I wanted to get out of that loop. I always wanted to, start progressing in life. And Alexis, my fiance, she was there with me the whole time. Like that was our first apartment.
Thanks.
And I mean, now we're doing a lot better. I pay rent on my shop now, and we live in a lot better apartment right now, which, in a couple of years, we'll probably be looking at a house or something. And these are my real goals. You know what I mean? Like my real goal is to further the business and, allow my, better my family. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. Yeah.
That's why I haven't even, like you asked me about the YouTube, I haven't even thought about it like that in a while, just because I've been so focused on like real life, I feel like,
But that's good. That's also really good. That means you have your motives in the right place.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would just take that run and be like, I'm only going to invest in this, and at least you're
Yeah.
still trying to balance both.
Yeah. I'm not balancing YouTube very well, but everything else I think I got pretty balanced.
So, yeah, it's pretty good though. Like when I first started this, man, I let this like completely consume me, and I've now found a good balance where like I spend time with my wife, but I'm also able to do this and everything. Thank God Hayden edits it though. I don't know. I hated editing the first what was it 2 months I did this. More than life. Oh my God, because I didn't have any editing software, man. I would do it on the freaking iPhone movie app. It was terrible.
Oh,
Yeah, so I hated
I
it.
had
So
Sony Vegas.
you what?
It was all right. Like I used Sony Vegas. It was all right, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Hayden
Oh,
has Premiere, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hayden uses Premiere.
all right. Can you see me or is it out?
No, I can see.
Okay, I'm getting a phone call. It's not letting me decline.
But yeah, so that sucked, and my content when I did it by myself was god awful. I hated it. Like my first video, which was the 1989 Batmobile, the first time we did it twice for the first time, I was so happy with it. But there was a lot of things we had to take into account. I took someone from my EMT class to film for me that day, and then the guy who owns the car was very secretive about it. So we filmed at his house, but we couldn't have the house in the filming. So the way we shot the Batmobile and what we had in the background, we had to be really selective about. And then
Oh,
I went 2 numbers on it, man. I was talking about like how wide it was, how long it was, how big the engine, like all that stuff. And I had people like tell me like, you really messed up that opportunity, and I beat myself up a lot about it. And it took me 3 weeks to edit, mainly because I couldn't stand the video. I haven't seen it all the way through still to this day, and it flopped. It's one of our worst videos we have to this day. I think it only has like 220 views. And then me and Lindsay went out with the owner and his girlfriend, and he's like, "Hey, do you want a second chance at it?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I freaking hate that video." He said, "Yeah, you could not mess that up anymore." And everywhere I went for the longest time, they're always like car shows in Lubbock and stuff. They're like, "Hey, dude, great video idea. You could not have screwed it up anymore." And I heard that for months and months, and it just kept eating at me. So we reshot, and the second one went really, really well. What's up?
that people think that's constructive to tell you that, but it's like, damn, like I didn't mean to mess it up. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
it's nerve-wracking because that I had no following, never done this before. I'm a 28-year-old guy trying to do this, and it was scary. When we went to dinner with him and his girlfriend, I remember his girlfriend's like, "Yeah, I want to like and I didn't know her at the time. I want to like reach out to you and say like, hey, you kind of messed up." And the guy who owned the car told her, "No, we're not going to be that person. He's going to get that enough, but I'll be damned if I'll be that guy." But yeah, nobody liked it. It was terrible. It's been out 6 months, and I cannot watch it start to end. It makes me want to kill myself. It's terrible, dude. It's so bad. Oh.
I got lucky with the first video. My first video was the one that did the best. So that was like my first video was my channel off. And I feel like I sat there and I edited it. What is it? I think it's like an 11-minute or something, like a smaller video. But I edited it for like 2 hours. And I was like, man, I put a lot of time in this video. Now I hope it's gonna do good. And like it did do good. And it brought me enough subscribers and enough view hours off the first video to get monetized. You know what I mean? And like I'm lucky there because a lot of channels, it takes a lot of videos to just even get there. You know what I mean? And I look back at that video, I'm like, what was I doing? Like it's kind of cringe, like just the music I picked and stuff, but I feel like content was there, but just some music I picked, and I watched a lot of car YouTubers, just like smaller people smaller people at the time when I started were like, Freddie LSX and like Sloppy Mechanics and just like people like those are two completely different types of channels. But I wanted to combine like trucks with sloppiness. So I just, I kind of did, and it worked, And the first video wasn't even my truck; it was my friend's.
That's pretty crazy.
It's I don't know. And then his video did good. Any video any video that had his truck in it was doing good at the time. But anything with my white truck, people really didn't watch. I don't know. And then when I came out with my single cab, it didn't. It did okay. It did pretty good. But a lot of people like my tutorials more than they like just my regular content. I get emails all the time like, "Hey, I watched your your Gen 5 LT cam swap video. How did you do this?" Like people just always ask me for advice now. I'm like, "Hey, just bring it to the shop. You don't got to work."
It's good business.
But it's good. It's good. I showed people how to do it, but I'm like, now it's kind of biting me because now it's my profession.
Yeah, that's true. I remember when we started this, they were telling me that the video that you don't think is gonna do good is gonna do good, and the videos that you think will do good won't do good, and that's exactly dude. And it's never been so true. Like our biggest video right now is what is like a 1929 hot rod, but the thing when you take that into retrospect and think about it, you have to search that term up to find that video. It's not like or Mercedes or Shelby's or the Hummer EV. It's literally like the most random car on our channel is what does the best.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's
but it's cool and people like cool. So I don't know.
I really thought
you were cool. I mean, so I don't know.
I really thought the Batmobile video would be our best one.
I saw you redid it.
Oh, I love the redo one so much. But the Hummer one's doing really good. We put the Hummer one out last week, and we just hit like 2,000 views, which is way quicker than we usually do.
That's good.
So,
I was trying to start averaging that many views on like my videos. I have 10,000 subscribers, but if I just put out a random video about like me or like the shop, back when I was still posting a lot, it would be like 10,000 subscribers, but only 900 to 1,500 views out of those 10,000 people. Like, I don't understand, but
the algorithm's so weird, dude. It's so weird.
It's like they want to see one thing, and that's just me getting out there and tearing it up. Like, they don't want to see anything else. I feel like even like when I did some customers builds on videos, those didn't do very good. It was really just my own stuff that did good. But I am going to put the 416 stroker video out and all that, but just to get my name out there a little bit more, just so people can see what I'm doing at the shop. I've had so many. I built, like, there's the Denton County, he's a sheriff's deputy in Denton County. He got his truck LS swapped by another shop that screwed him over. He brought it to me, and I mean, we did a 408 stroker build on it and stuff, and he drives that truck everywhere, and nobody knows about that truck. They just see like one picture on my Instagram about it. You know what I mean? Like, it just there's a lot of builds that are like that though. It's like complete fun, like kind of big builds that are just still out there cruising and stuff, but I haven't got to make cool videos about them because I just didn't care at the time. I was just trying to get them out.
Oh my God, I feel that. Like literally a month before we did this channel, dude, I was in a Tesla Plaid and we launched it and everything. And I think, oh my God, if I had that on camera, and I'm never going to see another Plaid in Lubbock. That was like a one-time thing. Oh, it eats me. I think about it because, I did car photography like 10 years before we started this. And I think about all these cars I've dealt with, all these cars I had access to, and the videos I could have made with it. Because, I mean, at this point, what made me start this YouTube was I was at Tactical Fleet in Dallas with Doug, who's mine and Alexis's friend, and I saw a McLaren P1, and I remember telling Doug, I've seen everything I want now. I've seen every race car I wanted. I've seen every car. Like, what's the next step in this? And that's how this whole YouTube started. But I think about all these hundreds of cars I've taken photos of and sat inside, and how sick those videos would have been.
That Plaid, that would have been a good one. I feel like the Plaid.
Oh, dude,
might have blown up.
It was nuts, man. So the guy, he's taking me and he's telling me like, hey, when this happened, there's no way to describe how it feels, just how it makes you feel after. I'm like, oh, that's weird, and I turn, like that to like talk to him, and he floors it, dude. I literally feel like Chico like that, and I'm like, ah, and he stops.
Yeah.
We went 0 to 120 under 4 seconds. So then he's like, oh yeah, the cool thing about this car is you could get the same torque at 40, and he does it again. I'm like, oh my God. So at this point, I'm sweating, slurring my words, shaking, And he said he did it 3 times in a row, and he had to throw up the day before. Like, he literally pulled over on the side of the road and puked. I'm like, dude, that is nuts.
I saw a video on Thursday where they had a phone and they just sat it on the back seat, like just sat it like right here, and then they floored it and they let go of it and just stayed there.
Dude, the
like,
G's are unreal. Like, I can't, even though I did it, I can't even fathom 0 to 120 under 4 seconds. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude, it's and like, you know, it really stresses me out how they don't have the top of the steering wheel. It's only that, so you know, if they start spinning, you don't have half of it to grab. Oh, dude, it's sketch. Yeah, dude. It is so sketchy, but it was cool. It's cool to say I've done it. But the thing is,
that'd
like,
be cool.
I don't know if you've seen it, but they do like a cheetah stance. So when you put it in cheetah mode, which is what you got to do to speed, it takes 30 minutes for the car to prep itself. And when it's done, it's literally like that. And they call it cheetah stance. So
what the heck?
Yeah.
30 minutes?
30 minutes for the car to prep itself to get the batteries the way they need to be and then take it completely in cheetah stance.
Weird. I've never even ridden. I've never ridden any Tesla.
When I go back to Dallas, we'll change that. My brother-in-law has one.
I'd at least like to ride like a ludicrous mode one. You know, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Hayden's first electric car was the Lightning that we did. I'm like, what? And then we did the Hummer EV. But yeah, my brother-in-law is one of the first people to get the Cybertruck, so I'm excited to do that soon.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. He's like one of the I want to say first 10,000 or something. Like he's in really, really early on the list. Like he's supposed to get it. He was supposed to get it December of this year, but then they pushed it back. And then my other brother was like number 2 with 38,000. He's not supposed to get it for like another 4 years. But you also got to think.
I didn't know they were actually gonna.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think it's gonna look anything like it does though. I think it's gonna be way different.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna make that. Like I thought it was kind of just like a meme or something.
No, there's no way. There's no way that would pass safety standards. All right, Aaron, can we take an intermission? Because you know me and Hayden are cheap, and we don't have the premium on this, so we got to recall you to get that 40 minutes.
No, you're good.
All right, let's do that. Let's do an intermission real quick, okay?
Okay. Back here.
Back.
All right.
So yeah, that's cool.
What were we talking about?
I don't even remember. I'm gonna be honest.
Me either.
Oh, we were talking about the algorithm, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had somebody pull up and just buy a camshaft that I had, and then that was now I'm gone.
Wow.
I'm lost.
That was perfect timing.
I know.
That's
They
crazy.
were waiting outside for like 10 minutes. I was like,
Well, there you go, man. Making money.
yeah.
So, what is future plans for your CTS?
Oh gosh, what is going on, Zoom? Hold on. Listen, there we go. Future plans for my CTS.
That's not
That's top secret information. Can't go there. You just have to subscribe to the channel and wait on that one.
Are you gonna wrap it or keep it black?
Do what?
Are you gonna keep it black, wrap it, add anything, cosmetic?
I don't know. I almost wrapped it at one point. My shop neighbor was a wrap guy, and he quoted me really cheap to wrap it, but I think I guess I don't know if he just like couldn't afford the rent or didn't have enough work or something, and he left. So there went that opportunity. Like he had like a giant printer, like huge printer, like he could have printed out something crazy on it. You know what I mean? But I was probably gonna wrap it white if I wrapped it, just because I always wanted a white one, but I got a black one. So
See, I really want to do it. I probably never would do it, but I mean, you probably don't know this, but before I did all this, I was into music. And the guy that got me into music is Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, the bass player, and he's known for hot pink. So I really, really have played with the idea of wrapping my Civic hot pink. And I feel like I mean like Pepto-Bismol pink, dude.
on the Civic.
Yeah. I probably won't ever do it, but it's an idea I have played with. But I feel like I'm the only guy that can pull that off and it not be weird because everybody knows I'm obsessed with this guy. That sounds really bad. Everybody knows that I'm really motivated by this guy.
There you go.
Inspired is a better word. Not motivated. Inspired.
Inspired.
By this fine gentleman.
Inspired by a fine gentleman. So you're gonna make your car pink. Beautiful.
He just beat stage 4 bone cancer, so I could say it's for that. I don't know, man.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I mean, I'm like literally when you think hot pink, that's what I'm talking about. Like the brightest pink you can think of.
Or I had that rap guy that was next door. He could have just put a giant Pepto-Bismol logo on the side of it if you wanted.
Here, let me see. I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna get a picture of it and show you. Just so you can have it in retrospect.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah. There he is. Yeah. So he was known for everything being hot. Oh man, that's not gonna work out. Yeah.
I can't. Oh, I see the guitar. Yeah, I see
and then his mic stand is also hot pink.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like hot pink, dude. But that would also look really weird with all the red accents and stitching of that side. So I don't know. Probably won't ever happen.
How you liking TikTok?
That Batman video did really, really good, and we've gotten like a few other good videos, but we don't really post on TikTok. We probably should. We have like way more of a following on that than we do on YouTube.
I posted a few videos on TikTok, and I realized if I was consistent at putting out good content on TikTok, I could get just as popular on there pretty fast.
You'd probably be better at that because TikToks are way quicker videos, which is what you're talking about you want to do.
Yeah.
See,
go ahead.
My thing with TikTok is I will always send it to like my brother-in-law and like some family members, and always like it's trying to spy on us, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had my brother-in-law send me a link today about how China uses it to spy on all of us, and I'm like, okay.
Or man, they made it rain today. Dang government.
You right? It's the Clintons.
Yeah. Yeah, on TikTok I put out a few videos and it was like the same as YouTube, like it just started getting a following. But then I stopped there too. I posted the other day, but it was just a little silly video.
You should do Snapchat stories and get famous on Snapchat. That's when you're really skilled.
I don't like Snapchat. Yeah. I think my score is 3,000 and I've had it since 2015.
I want to say mine's like 9,000. I've probably had it since like 2013.
Yeah,
I don't really use it.
I'm sorry, it might not be. I'm gonna try to lowball you here. It might be 1,000. So I I don't know. I just know it's really low. You know.
In that case, mine's at 500. No,
Actually,
two. I've done two.
I swear.
10,541.
Oh, mine's a new account. I have one. No.
I see these people that are friends with me, and they're like, dude, I have one friend that's like at 1.8 million. I'm like, how the heck are you like? What do you use that to text? What are you doing with yourself?
Babe, what's your TikTok account? I mean, what's your Snapchat score? That was weird. Probably high. Yeah, that's all we got.
No, we need exact number. Get the number.
She didn't have her phone. Oh well.
You got. You're on
He
your
does
phone.
have opening now.
I'm gonna go with 58,000. That's my guess. Dude, if she has 58,000, that's gonna be weird.
315,000.
You see what I'm saying? You just think, who are you talking to? Why not just text or call them?
I'm saying.
Yeah, I used it in high school.
I used it in high school.
I did too, but I'm still at under 11,000, and I'm not even proud of that. I wish I was under 5,000.
I had about 3 friends. She had about 300. So
I don't even know. I don't even know how many I have. I add people, but I literally never use it unless they message me, and even then I sometimes just ignore it and text them.
What's your dream car?
Bruh, the Shelby.
Oh yeah.
But if we're talking money's not an issue, and I already have a Shelby.
With blue stripes, I forgot.
Yeah. But if I already have the Shelby and money's not an issue, I would get a silver with black R8 with the carbon accents with tan interior. Or I'd get a red F430 Spider with tan interior. Those are like my two money's not a problem cars.
V10 R8, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Stick shift. Screw that automatic stuff. Gated stick.
There you go. I'll be honest, I think my next car move will probably be I don't know, a V3 maybe. CTS V3, like a newer body style.
Mm-hmm.
Not the newest, but newer than this one with the the LT direct injected engine. And then someday after that, I'll have a Calvo Motorsport twin turbo Viper. One of these days,
Dude, we have what I don't. Have you seen the race car Viper here? That red one. Dude, this guy has a track spec red Viper race car.
Really?
But it's like a '90s one. It's not a new one or anything. It's like a '90s one, but it's literally looks like a track one from Forza.
Really?
Not in the ACR. I mean full on. I don't know how the heck it's street legal. Like the freaking racing bucket seats with the detachable steering wheel and the big old wing in the back and the super low. Dude, it's freaking nuts.
Heck yeah.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Those Vipers that they build, they're crazy. I know they do a lot of the 1,300 horsepower ones are built for daily comfort. 1,300 wheel. Man, and then they have they have a 2,400 horsepower package one. Woo! Someday.
See, the things with Vipers, I like the the 08 ones, but the last generation didn't do good. I remember when those came out, man, they were having to drop the price by $30,000 just to get people in the door to buy them. Nobody was buying the last gen.
Yeah, I don't know about their sales.
Well, because dude, the last gen, I know that they're known for having the big hoods that flip like that, but I mean they're what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. It's the hood was really big, but the rest of the car was not.
Yeah.
It looked really weird.
Yeah, the back end is kind of short.
Oh, it's worse. Oh god, I hated the last ones.
I don't know, it just kind of curves up and then straight off, and then it's done.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like a clown shoe almost.
Yeah, but they're fast. So
they are. It's probably really good aerodynamics being like that.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever? I know this is really random, but when you were talking just there, it made me think about it. Have you ever used a gated manual?
No.
Dude, the Lotus we did had it, and I kept clipping third, the little centerpiece from second to third. And my last take on that video, I finally got it. It was the most satisfying thing ever.
Really?
Yeah, they're really kind of hard to drive. I'm gonna be honest. Do you know what I'm saying?
Only manual.
I found it easier.
I mean, it's fun, but you don't have the free space anymore. It's point A, point B, point C.
Yeah, it's a track car.
I don't track, man. I'm a white kid from the suburbias.
In my life, I've driven 4 manual cars,
Really?
but only one was owned. Okay, so the first one was a Kia Soul. It was my cousin's. Man, Kia Soul.
The hamsters?
I'm sorry, 5 because then my buddy, his name's Dusty. He got a Pontiac Solstice with a manual in it, and Alexis was riding with me. She's like, "You're tearing this transmission up." I said, "I know." And then, but I learned how to drive stick shift in the parking lot at Lincoln Tech because one of my friends in class had just got a new, like it was a 2019 Mustang GT with a manual. So that was actually what I learned on. He let me learn on that. And then
you guys are so young, man. My 10-year reunion is next month, and I'm just thinking 2019, dude. I was already 27.
I'm barely 23. So
see, this is the thing, man, and I'm noticing with the age gap. Like Ben's 18, and then Hayden 20, right? 20. He didn't know who freaking Blink-182 and Yellow Card was. I'm like, what? And he probably don't either. Honest to God, you guys are pretty close in age. Oh God, the age gap gets me because it's weird because I'm the youngest of 5, so I was always the youngest my whole life, and now I'm like the oldest in every situation. It's weird. I don't like it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Vehicle I owned that was manual. 1982 C10. That was my square body that I was swapping, right? And it was 3 on the tree. So that was it.
That was it. Oh man, I've never driven one like that.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Did it have a clutch and everything?
Yeah, it had a clutch. Yeah,
That's
it was called
weird. I've never seen that even.
But it was carbureted, so it was, and the carburetor was disgusting. So it was like you had to floor it like 3 times in order for it to start going. And then I drove a customer's C7 that had a manual. That was fun.
Is your CTS manual or no? No.
It's auto. Yeah, I wanted to go fast, not baby shift it and have to replace the clutch every now and then.
I went through a clutch in my Civic. I've only had it 4 years, and it happened a year ago. But it was Honda's fault. Supposedly, I got just a faulty clutch, so warranty covered it.
Yeah, if I had a manual, if my V was manual, I don't know. I would just dread having to change out a clutch every now and then.
Oh, especially on a Cadillac, even though it's the same as a Chevy, but they're going to upprice it because it's Cadillac.
Yeah.
Bet you that's the same one on that Chevy Spark, man. So that's pretty cool. So, trying to think what else we could talk about, man. This is going good. Let's switch it up. You got any questions for me, Aaron?
Well, I'm gonna ask you again. What's your dream car? No, I'm just kidding.
It's gonna be a Pinto, dude. Turbocharged Pinto.
Don't get rear-ended.
No, God, no. That's where we're gonna have those little, like in New York, they have those bumper covers. I'm gonna have that with some pool noodles behind it.
I was following a car the other day with one, and I told Alexis, I said, every single car in New York has those bumper covers. She said, really? I said, yeah, they just don't know how to drive there.
Yeah, New York is bad, man. I'm from L.A., but my God, dude, I was in New York with my mom, February, right before COVID. The next week is when COVID hit. It was February 2020. Yeah. I remember I had to go to Verizon for something with my phone, and I remember we were at a hotel, and it was 0.7 miles. It was a 16-minute walk or 2-hour and 45-minute drive. I'm like, I guess I'm driving, or I'm walking.
Yeah. Yeah, the traffic in the city is crazy.
Me and Lindsay, we were in California 2 or 3 months ago now. I don't remember. And Lindsay's never been there. I was born there, so LA is not anything to me. But I told Lindsay if we do this, we need to go all out. So I'm like, we're gonna get this Mustang. So we got a Mustang convertible, and Lindsay was freaking out whenever the people would fly by doing wheelies or cutting, And it was really funny. She would get really stressed and she would have to look down or something.
Well, they do that in Texas.
Yeah, but it's illegal in California.
Oh,
Lane splitting is what it's called. Yeah, but you legally are allowed to do it in California because
Oh.
commuting.
oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. So there's more of it then.
Yes, there was one point where it was like traffic. There was a lot of traffic, and there was, I want to say it was like 4 bikers, and they took up a quarter-mile worth of length on the highway in stop and go traffic, and they were literally drag racing each other and taking turns going back and drag racing each other in completely bumper to bumper traffic.
That sounds fun. I mean, I wish I was on a bike at home.
No, it was sketchy, man. But it was cool. It was cool to have that, and it was cool to like have the top down going down PCH. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Heck yeah.
So, cool. Well, I mean, I think that's about it, dude. I don't have any more questions. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I'm good.
Cool. Well, whenever this actually like uploads to YouTube officially, we'll link your YouTube on it, man.
Awesome.
So cool. All right. Well, thanks for being here, Aaron. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
All right. See you, man.
All right, buddy.